So the outstanding James Brown did a song called It's a Man's World, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. I say that to say that in an industry dominated by males, we occasionally have the anomaly, Jhanelle Crawford. She has a love for design, construction, and maintenance. Of course, she's a woman. She's on a mission in a male-dominated field. The 21-year-old is graduated from the University of the West Indies, Mona, with a bachelor's in civil engineering. Congrats, Jhanelle, and welcome to Smile Jamaica. Good morning. How are you?
Thank you. Good morning. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Fantastic. What does a civil engineer do?
So essentially, a civil engineer is in the industry of constructing things along the lines of infrastructure, roads, dams, stuff like that. They go into the details of designing, calculations, overseeing to ensure that the projects come to life and come to fruition.
So if my car dropping a pothole is you, I must come to don't.
No, not me. That would be more of the mechanical engineering. We deal more with the infrastructure and the urban development or roads or wastewater treatment, etc.
I was actually teasing you, but why? Why did you want to go there? Why? And as I said, it is a male-dominated field, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So why you wanted to do that?
I wanted to go into civil engineering because I realized that a lot of my personal qualities aligned with the industry. So for example, I was always a science student. So I really enjoyed, physics, math, chemistry, all those things. And then I'm creative as well because I do love infrastructure, especially like buildings and developments and stuff along those lines. And I just wanted to kind of contribute to Jamaica in that way because I know that it would, in the long term, help our economical growth as a country. Yeah. And I just found all those things really interesting.
Fantastic. In preparing for this, and I'm going to read what you said, I'm grateful to God, grateful to my family, friends, support systems, my lecturers, everyone who has been on this journey with me, because it most definitely was not an easy one. Talk me through that. Tell me why it was difficult. And was there any time that you kind of said, boy, let me get myself in, man?
It was challenging, and I would say, yes, I did have those moments. And if you are an engineer and you're going to have a lot of those moments because the workload in engineering is a lot. It's not something that's easy and you can just get over with and get out of the way quickly. You really have to put your time and effort into it. Even during school, I realized that I didn't get as involved as I'd like to because the workload was a lot. And we always had assignments, we always had projects, we always had something doing. So it really was a bit overwhelming at times. And I had those moments, but as I said, my support system, my parents, my friends, when I was going through anything, I was able to always call on them and just seek comfort through them.
Yeah. You said that it is a field that suits you best, and you explained to me already why you wanted to do this. Was there any other area in life that you thought about before or during or even now that you could have gone to instead of civil engineering?
Well, growing up before, I feel like, especially as a female, you always hear about being a lawyer and being a doctor. So growing up, I kind of felt like those were the fields I would go into. But it wasn't until my latter year in sixth form where I made the decision, well, those things are not what I want to go into, because I realized even engineering was never something that my parents or anyone really said, hey, you should go into this would be a good field for you. So I realized even that because of that, I believe the male-dominated stereotype of engineering, people are not going to look at a young lady and say, that's something that really fits you. Yeah. But before, those were the things that were really coming to mind. Right now, I still really want to go into engineering, and I haven't really changed from that path.
Yeah. Do you think because you're female, and again, repeating myself, in a male-dominated area, that you're going to have to work doubly hard to prove yourself that you're as good, and I suspect you are as good as the rest of the guys out there?
Well, I do believe that there is that possibility, but if you are looking at the dynamics of how the world is changing, a lot of females are starting to go into this industry. And I've always used the example, when I was in high school, I got the opportunity to work at an engineering company, and the co-founder was a female civil engineer. So going on site visits with her, I saw how the men respected her. I saw the way she carried herself. She was respectable in everything she did and the way she spoke, etc. And as a result of that, I don't feel like I have to work doubly as hard, but I do believe that I'm going to have to put out even more effort than a man because this is not a field that you're expecting to see a lot of women in.
Yeah, you have to prove yourself. The story says
Yes.
you imagine a Jamaica filled with exemplary roads and highways with little to no potholes and skyscrapers in various parishes, as well as amazing bridges that connect cities to cities. When? How soon?
Honestly,
How soon?
we as soon as possible. We have many dreams and hopes, and all we have to do is we have to start from somewhere because I may not necessarily ever live to see that day, or I may be blessed to see that day, but we have to start from somewhere. So if it means that us as young people and us as women and men have to work together to get the job done, then we have to work together to get the job done.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I am with you. I hope it happens tomorrow morning. I doubt it, but I hope it
so
happens.
too.
How tough was the course? If someone watching and probably want to do this, how tough was the course itself? And you now have your degree. Congrats again on that. But how tough was the course?
Thank you. The course was tough. I'm going to be completely honest. It was tough, but with anything that is worthwhile, there are always going to be challenges. And my advice to anybody who would go into this field is work in groups, find people who work well with you because really and truly, we were not able to do it alone. Some evenings I had challenges in certain areas and I would go to classmates and say, I can't answer this question. Can you help me or can you explain this to me? So, I mean, regardless of how challenging it may be, the support systems, like especially if you're in school, you're going to realize you're doing a lot of group assignments. You're going to realize you're working with a lot of people. So it's just for you to find your set of people and work with them. Sometimes we'd have study nights together, etc. So we'd all work together and get things done together.
Yeah. If you had to do it again, would you?
I would do it again, and the reason why I said so is because I've learned so much along the way, not only academically, but about myself as an individual. And for that, I'm truly grateful because it all was a learning experience and it all brought me to who I am today right now.
Yep. I'll end the interview with reading what you say, offering a word of advice to young girls who are eyeing male-dominated professions. And you said, never be discouraged to go after what you want. Your path is yours and your gender won't hinder you from achieving your dreams. If you want to be a boxer, go for it. If you want to be a race car driver, nothing can stop you. If you want to be a trade person, mechanic, electrician, carpenter, etc., the world is yours for the taking. Go after it. I'm very, very impressed. Very, very impressed. And you are one of the things in Jamaica, not things, the persons in Jamaica that is right in Jamaica. Congratulations. Great to see you.
Thank you so much.
And anytime I drop in a patrol, I went to call you and say, as you cause this, go fix it.
Most definitely. I'll come and fix it for you too.
Great to meet you. God bless you and your family. Look after yourself, all right?
Thanks and same to you. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Jhanelle Crawford, civil engineer graduate. Up next, folks, we celebrate International Credit Union Day. Daily will have that one. Soon come. Stay with us, please.